This is the way you trace them. Make sure your patterns. This one says right and left. And this is the way you trace them. You flatten them down. Use a pen. And then you go back and forth slowly. Don't ever try to rush. And then you stop right there. Move your hand. You trace it down here. And then that one is the, and then this one is the left. You put L on it. L.
Because your pattern has right there, right?
Yeah, and this one here, then you trace it the same way. They flip it over. Oops.
And there you go, 2 sets.
You got 2 sets there?
Yeah. This is one.
See, this one says R. You put R here. I'm running out of ink on this pen. See? And these are the thumbs. All the L's go together. All the L's go together. And the L goes over here with the right. Make sure all your letters have to match. And same thing with the more side. When we bring in the more side, this is the lining right now.
Alright. And that's 2 sets, eh?
Yeah.
We'll be making 5 or 6 sets depending on the size of the moose side.
Yeah, I got that long time ago.
The R's go with the R's. The L's go with the L. You only need one of these because they'll be together.
Cool. Finished products there.
I know that's at function.
That's the kind of stuff these guys can make.
What was that?
We'll have some beaver.
Sally,
We have some beaver available if you guys wanna. We might have some beaver available in our budget, so maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have some beaver for you guys. But that's the kind of stuff you can make. Beading, they'll show you guys how to bead. All you gotta do is have a willingness to learn. To be continued.
Good afternoon. I'm Miriam Cook, and I'm teaching you how to make patterns. This is for the left hand of a glove. Gotta make sure it's on the left hand, and this is the top part for it on this side. And when you're going to put on the others, when you're going to trace your glove to the other side, to the right hand, you put this down and you make sure you turn over your pattern so the thumb is on the right hand side, and also you make sure you have to turn this one over so it's on the right hand. If you don't turn it over, you'll have gloves on the same hand, on the left hand or the right hand. You got to make sure always turn over your patterns. See, if I try to put it on my left hand, this one on the right hand, the hand is over here. You got to make sure that thumb is here and this one is here. See, it's just right on top here. You got to make sure of that. And this is how it looks like when you're done. Your pattern on all sewed up, you put it on. It's got to be on the furry side. It's got to be the inside where you're touching your. So this is the left hand. So the thumb's got to go here, and then this one's got to be on the left.
You have them both written on both sides, eh?
Yeah, I got them all written down.
Left, and right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thumb. Here's the thumb. You got to make sure it's the thumb. You got to make sure to the right and left. You got to make sure to turn it over each time you make if you're going to make the left hand first, you have it, you got to trace it from the left hand and you turn it over to the right like this one, so it'll match. So this side on the corners, you start from the corners when you're sewing. Make sure it goes in the corners like that, and you start sewing from the corners. Both sides, you tack it on to the side.
The back end of it?
Back end of it. See that corners here? This one's got a little point. You tack it there. And this side here, you tack this one over here. And you tack it in the middle here. Make sure it doesn't move. And then you start sewing it down.
From
and
the top up,
yeah,
top down?
From here to over here. And from here to over here. And then you make sure that this thing is right in the top and you complete it here.
Oh.
And then you same thing with that, same thing with these ones here, see? The thumb comes right up to it.
Oh, that's that piece that's on the paper, that the thumb part.
Here's the piece for the
that's
top,
the top
part, yeah.
So it's bigger because it has to go, has to make room for the
Yeah.
thumb. Mm.
So that's the way.
That's awesome.
And these ones are different style. These ones are different style, but it's still the same. See, they're all separate. This one here, you trace this one here, and you make sure you flip it over, trace it for the left. And then you take this one here, this little piece here, this for the right hand, and then you make sure you flip it over to your right.
Your left. Left and right, okay, yeah.
This is your right hand.
Yeah.
And your left
the left,
hand.
okay, perfect.
And these are the short gloves, the kind you, and this little piece here fits right over here. So this gloves will fit. This little piece here will fit over your gloves. See, if you put it on, this one is wider. And this little piece is missing now. And that's the piece. This little piece here, that's the one you add on. And here's how it looks like when it's done. See, they're short and they go over your jacket.
Nice. What do you call those?
Okay, mas sec.
Good one. Right on.
There you go, see?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's the first step of making gauntlet mitts. More videos to come.